Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Hey fellas, I want y'all to understand that everything that glitters ain't gold. Just because it look good don't mean it's good for you. Okay? It's a lot of illusions out here, and if you're not tapping into your spiritual eyes, your spiritual self, and having discernment with other people's energy and their true intentions, you're gonna fall for the illusions and the traps every time. What do I mean by this? What is Dante talking about? Right now, it's very important for you to hold strong to your integrity. And what I mean by integrity, I'm not just talking about the morals, your integrity with morals. I'm talking about you. You gotta stay wholesome right now. You can't divide yourself too thin, because you become weak. Y'all boys gotta understand that what you're lusting over, all these cheeks that you see, what you lusting over ain't as good as you think it is. A lot of these women that y'all lust over got bodies, souls. Do you understand what that does to you? When you insert yourself into somebody who has bodies, do you know what that does to your energy, your spirit? Even if you don't release, do you know what that does to you? Understand that our bodies have memory. When you connect to somebody, you're connecting to all that information that they have. It's just like me having a flash drive and connecting it to somebody's computer or their laptop. Now I got all their files. I got access to all their files. You know, the X file, the trauma file, the grudge file, the insecurity file, like all these different files and energies that this person has is going to download straight to you. Be careful who you lay down with and who you're lusting over. Just because you're not laying down with that person, even just by lusting over somebody, you're still giving them your energy through thoughts, through imagination. It's getting real out here, fellas. And you're at a point right now where you can't be slipping up. You can't be slipping up. You know, shout out to the real queens out there who's on their grind. You know, those queens, they ain't out here in this sea of toxicity. You know, the general public, they diving deep. You know, shout out to that boy Ralph Smart. They diving deep in this sea of toxicity. And right now, man, with this energy that's being hit with the planet, your vibration is being forced to rise up. And if you're in opposition to that, you will perish. I did a video about the immune system and how your body's going to, your cells, your army inside of you, they're going to destroy any cells that's not serving the body. So what that means is, you know, as in your body, as out here, if you're not serving the greater good, the collective consciousness, you're going to get weeded out, because that's what nature does. Nature weeds out the weak. When you got weak cells inside of your body, they're the first ones to get purged out. If you try doing a fast and you got weak cells inside of you, deformed cells, sickly cells, when you fast, your body burns out those weak first and the strong ones survive. If you are not becoming strong and holding on to your integrity, nature's gonna weed you out, right? And when I say integrity, I'm talking about your ship. You can't let no energy leak out right now. You gotta be air sealed tight. If you're trying to rise up, if you got a rocket ship, that rocket ship can't have no leaks in it. If your rocket ship has air leaks in it, you're not gonna blast up, right? It's gonna crash and burn. It's gonna fall right back down. It don't make you a man by having a whole bunch of women, right? There's some queens out here, like I was saying, that's on their journey and that's bettering themselves. And when you come in contact with a queen like that, she's not gonna drain you. It's not gonna be a lustful encounter. It's gonna be an encounter that's gonna better you. But that's not who I'm talking about. I'm not talking about those queens. I'm talking about the general public, the ones out here spreading toxicity and participating in that toxic, this pop culture, sneaky links and all this BS. And people just out here catching bodies, soul ties, just that energy. You know, when you connect to that type of energy, you just getting tangled up in all these spiritual wires, right? And then you got to untangle yourself. You know, you got to do all this cleansing and shadow work to just cleanse yourself from that one person who probably just attached you to hundreds. It's getting crazy out here, man. People paying for the cheeks. People doing all type of goofy stuff. And it's so hard for right now for people to be morally stable. And it's only going to get worse. People are going to start going crazy because the energy is rising up. Make sure that you are keeping your energy sealed tight. Don't fall for these traps and BS. As a man, you know, put your energy into becoming a man. Having a lot of women doesn't make a man. What makes a man is survival. You know, all throughout time, man has always had to prove himself. From a boy to a man, it was a rites of passage. A lot of times, you would have to go through certain trials. They would put you out in the woods and give you a select few of tools until you survive. And you got to figure out how to eat, how to find water, how to find shelter, how to protect yourself. And if you pass, you got your transition from a boy to a man. That's how all cultures used to do it. That's what makes you a man. If push comes to shove right now, are you self-sufficient? Can you find food for yourself? Can you find water? Can you protect yourself? All these things. That's what we should direct our energy towards right now. Going back to the basics. These traps, man, and these women, I'm telling you, it's not, times have changed. It's just too much BS and foolery out here right now for you to be slipping up. What you think you're attracted to is not going to be good for you 9 times out of 10. Like I said, if you fall for these illusions, it's going to pull you in every time. And you're going to fail every time. The women that are really good for you, I'm telling you, they're not going to be out here posting all type of crazy stuff, posting the cheeks. They're not going to be in that type of environment. Their vibration is rising up too. So they're going to be doing things to better themselves. And that's who you want on your team. Right? So I'm not trying to bash no queens out here, nothing. You know, this message, if this message hits you in a wrong way, then, you know, that just tells you that my words is piercing through your illusion that you built and it's piercing right to your soul. You know, they say a hit dog hollers. So if I say something that triggers you, then that means that, you know, deep down, that was something that you needed to hear. But a lot of times we run from ourselves and we don't want to face our shadow self. We want to keep this illusion going and put this mask on and make it seem like everything's okay. The time for that is over with. You know, I'm getting so many questions from people saying that how can they get their life back on track because they just feel like their life is falling apart. And the reason for that is because, like I've been telling you guys, the energy's shifting. So the old ways is breaking down. If you haven't been dealing with those skeletons in your closet, if you haven't been cleaning yourself and healing yourself, then this is what's going to happen. All this stuff is going to boil up now. And people are starting to see it. This whole month, even in August, people been going through it. I was going through it a little bit. I had to do some shadow work myself for some things I had to clean out. You know, I'm going through this just like y'all are. But it depending on how much work you've done, it's going to be either a terrible experience, or it's going to be, you know, just a little bit of shakiness here and there. But this message is for my fellas and my ladies too. If you are on your grind and if you've been elevating yourself on all levels, mentally, spiritually, physically, you've been keeping away from the BS, don't stop and keep staying on your grind. Don't let nothing out here take you away from that. Don't try to fit in with social norms. Don't try to, you know, if you feel like you're alone, don't worry about that. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. There's a reason why you're isolated right now, because that mess over there is about to get washed away fast. Fellas, hold on to your energy. Hold on to your energy. When the right queen comes around, you will know it. You're gonna feel it in your spirit that she's right for you. Don't be out here trying to be in the mix with all these women and lusting and all that, man. It's gonna tie you down, and you're gonna be hung up on spiritual wires. And you wondering why you can't blast up because you tangled up. You feel what I'm saying? Stop letting these cheeks bait you. Stop falling for the cheeks and the traps. Get on your grind, stay on your grind, keep your energy sealed tight, keep your integrity. Retain Gang, it's your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about this video or what y'all like me to talk about next. Y'all have a beautiful day, man. And I'm out.